チャプター1。A box of wilted petals。なんとかの花びら。あら。This will do. I've been making my bed lately. えらい。That's good, I suppose. これは RPG メーカー。With that out of the way, I can now start doing my daily routine. I have some things to do in this room. Afterwards, I'll go back to bed. Where should I even begin? I never managed to come up with an order. はい。走れる。A very bright image of someone angelic. Looking a little for too long makes my eyes hurt. まだだか。テレビでかいな。TV, it doesn't seem to be working. Occasionally, this TV will turn on and off at random, showing a soccer match in reverse. I was never into sports, but I enjoyed having some background noise, I guess. Although the paranoia of not knowing when will it turn on again was not enjoyable. Recently, it seemingly stopped working. I think, I hope. 普通に見たわけじゃないんだ。A small tree? I never figured out what this plant is supposed to be. I'm not very knowledgeable in biology, but surely plants aren't usually this contorted. When I first saw it, it didn't look as bad. I've been watering it ever since I've got here. I still don't know if this room belongs to anyone, but even so, I shouldn't just let it die. Even so, it seems that each passing day it looks even worse. I wonder if there's something in the water. I wanna believe it will get better if I just keep on watering, but I don't know, I'm probably just overthinking. Maintaining a plant shouldn't have to be this hard. The dirt looks dry. I have to water it for today. There's some water bottles in the drawer. I'll go grab one. ああ。どこにあるの？ブックシェルフか。The books in here are weird, most of them being filled with rippled pages and scribbles. I'm a huge bookworm, but even I never even heard of the books here. これ何？自分の部屋じゃないの？ I wonder if they were written by whoever lived here. Even so, I read on the daily as part of my daily routine, since there's no windows in this room. And the clock doesn't have hands. I have to rely on the books to tell the passing of time, if I read one every day. Or at least every time I wake up. I'll be able to tell how many days I've been here. I have currently read 31 books. Should I read the books for today? あ、読めば。ルーティーンをね、やらないと。I wonder what books I should read today. あ、字が暗くて読めない。な、おい。どういうこと？たくさんあるね。手前のでいいか。From the Shivan, look at the title. Tale of the Lapis Prince. Should I read this book? いいよ。I sit on the cold floor and lie my back on the pitch black wall. I open the book to the first page. 注意書きになんかこれで次のチャプターが決まりますみたいなこと書いてあって。Not so long ago, in a land not so far away, there was a princess. Every day she would brush her lapis hair, and every day she would put on her lapis dress. Her kingdom was sparkling like an array of quiet rocks. The people were neither happy nor sad. Every day the king let out a loud laughter, and every night the queen would sing a quiet song. One evening, the sparkle of the kingdom vanished. An ugly red light illuminating the roads. The lapis princess screamed in horror. The door creaked in unison. The king and queen crumbled on the spot. All the servants vanished into the thin air. The red light crawled on the ceiling and entered the princess's room through the keyhole of the door. The Lapis Princess cried and cried and cried as the red light embraced her entire being. For a moment, she was no longer in her kingdom. It was a town with abandoned houses and ruined paths, and people lived there, but they weren't sparkling like white rocks. They were burning like a wildfire. One thing is for sure, the princess's lapis eyes made for a beautiful ornament. Sheesh, talk about a downer ending. 何なのこの話。I get up and put the book back on the shelf. これで次の章が決まるってこと？あ、ウォーターボトル。I do run inside the water plant. Obtain the water bottle. 水はどこで汲めばいいの？ウォータープラン？あ、もうすでに入ってるのか。しゃー。コップだね。OK. Still looks the same. I hope I'm not throwing it. There isn't that much water in the bottle. I should throw the bottle in the trash can. ああ。お待ちくださいねと。何してんだっけ？もう寝ていいのかな？I write down whatever comes to my mind in it. Whenever I want to vent out the frustration, or just to write down random thoughts I have at the moment. It's nice having somewhere to cash out whatever I feel like it has to be, or to save the progress of each passing day. あ、セーブポイントか。なるほどね。トラッシュ缶。It's empty. Should I throw the empty bottle? あ、いいよ。リアルだね。あと寝るだけか。まだあんの？何やんのあと。Should I study? いや。ずいぶん高いところにあるね。My hair is a mess. My eyebags are clear as day. My eyebrows are still gone for some reason. 本当だ。眉毛がない。My whole face keeps getting more simple looking. Looks are better like this. Other than that, today I look fine. Staying in a closed off space for such a long time doesn't do good for my looks. Not that I had any kind of good looks anyways. Since there's not much to do around here, I spend some of my time looking at my miserable reflection in the clock. There's something comforting about it. I look at it and everything goes away. It's strange. Handless clock is not 針がないんだそういえば。Something you see every day, even with all of these oddities, like the books or the plant, the clock is what stands out. I think about it so I don't get overwhelmed by the dread I get from being in such a place. It's like a pause for the brain. But every day I spend some time just staring at it. Makes me feel better, even just a little bit. Although sometimes my reflection and movement doesn't sync perfectly with mine. 大丈夫なの？ Sometimes the clock is just slightly rotated to the right, just enough to make me feel ill. Sometimes I touch the glass and it's freezing cold. And sometimes it feels like my reflection stares back at me. 大丈夫かなこの人。この部屋。Well, that's all I can do today. I'm getting tired already. I should go to bed now. 寝よう。これで終わり？ I'm getting sleepy already. I feel like every day I'm getting more and more tired. Well, I've done everything for today. I'll go back to sleep. これで1日目終わり？あ、ベッドから落ちたのか。あれ家具がなくなっちゃった。あ The bed is gone, but Actually, everything's gone. All is gone. Wow. How did... Oh, I think I hurt my head. I feel dizzy. I have to get up. どうしちゃったの？あ、ドアがある。 ミニマリストの部屋みたいになっちゃったね。Clock with no hands。ミニマリスト。床に布団敷いて寝るんでしょ。あ？ Where did this door came from? Oh, what is happening? Why now? My hand rests on the handle as I start to feel a knot in my stomach. This is beyond the weirdness I had to endure up until now. Sigh. Why does this have to happen to me? I'm tired. I just want to sleep. I might as well. しかない。しかないんだよ。長い廊下だ。でもダッシュ機能があるから。大丈夫。ループしてなかった。外の世界に出られるのか？なんでこの人はこの部屋にいるんだろう。あ、すごい、アニメーションだ。I glance at the never seen before hallway. Both sides seem to stretch forever. The infinite amount of dead ends with only the occasional object freaks me out. Somehow, I end up reaching an unexpected conclusion. Oh God, do I have neighbors in this place? あ、別の部屋があるの。I find myself thinking out loud as the dread of social interaction settles in. This is the last thing I've expected from here. おー。あ、シェアハウスみたいになってたんだ。うわー、ループしてる。入れんのこれ。入れんの。何これゴミ？ ID trash bag. The opening is loose. Should I check its contents? ちょっと待っと。ループしてんのこれ。あら？A dead plant. ループしてんね。何が入ってんの？ It's empty. I close the back. あれのこれ。トラッシュキャン。The bottom extends way beyond the floor. あ、非常口あんじゃん。Exit sign? The room makes no sense. ダメだ。Check. There's something inside. Crudely shaped object I failed to identify. 何なの？ I closed the back. なんだ、取れないのか。あ、戻ってきた。Isn't that path that led me here? Am I going in a circle? My head feels heavy. いやーでも、ビジュアルノベルと違って、こうやって自分でキャラ動かせるとまた違った楽しさがあるね。I wasn't focusing. Maybe I missed something. なんだろう。ループしてんだね。どっか入れんのかな？なんかあんだよ、あそこ。いけた。出れる。This door is not for me. なんでわかる？いや。なんで？帰ってきた。あれ？せっかくなんか道があったのに。アイテム何もない。インポータント何もない。オールウェイズダッシュにしようか。チェック。There's a sheet of paper, leaves in here. I close the back. 何も手に入らない。エレベーターがある。開いた。どういうマップになってたんだろう。OK. Handless clock. Hey, this book looks like the one from the room. Should I write something in it? そうだね。セーブしとこう。サイレントヒルみたいなセーブ音。 インスパイアされてんのかな。Abstract art full of meanings. Sprouting plant. The soil around it slopes. なおれ。Sheets of paper containing various words. 特に意味があるわけではないのか。何なのこの世界。I find myself unable to keep my eyes on the small point, moving vertically through nonsensical pathways. At first, it was amusing. Now, it's getting stale. How bothersome. I've been sitting here for far too long. This mindless circus is getting ridiculous. As always, I have to interfere. I've grown tired of waiting. Could you go get her? あれ。He left the room. I glanced at the cup in my hands. What a shame. How will someone like her survive in a place like this? I've almost made the mistake of having expectations. Insignificant disappointments quickly turn into amusement. The waiting is over. Something is about to drastically change. It's up to her if still change for the better or for the worst. How will this one turn out, I wonder? I better take care of this one first. I have more important things on my mind. Here we go again. 誰と誰の会話だの全くわけが。My legs are shaking. Every level of my body is excruciating pain. I've been walking for what feels like hours on this never-ending path. Maybe I should have turned around at some point. Maybe I'll never reach the end of this corridor. Even so, I feel compelled to just walk. But towards what? What awaits me at the destination? I've been staring at the floor for so long that everything else became much of colors. My surroundings are nothing but the distraction from an invisible goal. That's the way everything has been. For as long as I can remember, I've been blindly following an endless path that leads nowhere. But why? I look out in the distance. Even after this long period of doing nothing but walking, the end looks neither closer or farther. For a moment, I consider stopping altogether. It's futile, like stepping on the theory of the newspaper. It's a news pass theory paper. It will all end with the 6th beat of the Turkish march anyways. The fog highlights a volcanic rap tumor. Therefore, then comforts exciting Aussie Contrium Hard 崩壊してるよ、文字が。正気を失っちゃった。あ、ついた。これ。木の根っこどうした ?I tried to back away, but my legs won't budge. I looked down to find out the reason why. What is this? Ooh, I stepped in some weird goo. Whatever this is, it's wet and cold, uncomfortable. On a closer look, I find the substance to look peculiar. エレメント飲み込まれた。何だったの不思議なゲームだね。I move towards the noise with slow, delayed movements. It feels like I'm submerged in jelly. 機関銃みたいな効果音。Otherworldly sounds resound all around me. They sting my ears like needles. I cover my ears to no avail. This horrible screeching resounds from the inside. Well, I can see the words I'm trying to say. They dance and rap at the drift away. I try to catch them, but my movements are way too slow. I powerlessly watch as ray of the twisted light approaches. My body is hit by a wave of impending doom. He's adorable, don't you think? 誰なのさっきから。あら。セーブポイントがある。さっきの最初に本を選んだやつ、あれなんか意味あったのかな。あ、なんかあるわ。特に意味はないんだね。同じものばっかり。不気味な空間だ。Ah, a cold chill runs down my spine. This room is far bigger than the rest. I fail to make out anything in the distance. Darkness engulfing the room. 暗い。またこれか。Huh? Are those sounds from earlier? But they sounded more clear? The source seems to be a figure in the distance. My feet start moving on their own. あ、勝手に動いた。同じような広場を抜けて。暗くてよく見えないんだけど。暗くてよく見えないんだ。軽くしてくんないかな。That's what people say before talking, right? それは別に決まってるわけじゃないんだ。礼儀として。As such, we meet at last. Took you some time to arrive. 誰 Oh, but wait a moment. Just where are my manners? Allow me to light up this chamber. This is no time for enigmatic conversations. This will do. Well then. あら、お茶を飲んでいる。イギリス紳士かな。あれ、思ったのと違ったな。ラビットマスクルパーソン。ああ、マスクつけてんだ。女性なのかな。Greetings, child of the dust. It's nice to finally meet you in person. ちょっとちゃんと休もう。たまにはちゃんと休もう。なんか勝手に進んでる？ちょっと待って。あれちょっと待って、勝手に。勝手に文章進んじゃってたじゃん。The words come out rapid, unnatural. ちょっと待って。最初からやろうかな。まあいいか。It feels like trying to spit out rocks. And so I must ask, what is wrong with you? ナイコって言うんだ。What kind of ugly bombing festers in your mind? Your strange resistance to this room is a reality. But isolation led to insanity or total numbness. Just what is the matter with you? Lucille Greenwood? Or do you still prefer the nickname Lucy? Well, it's only natural to know the names of those under my watch. Lucy って言うんだこの人。I feel like I'm droning the question, but I can muster the courage to ask any of them. Every word emitted from their mask makes me feel even smaller. There's no need to be intimidated. I'm talking as casually as possible. Although, if you decide to remain intimidated, I won't mind. This is going nowhere. This conversation will come to an end soon. You must know, this place reverberates one's thoughts clear and loud. Or do you not hear yourself screaming through the pathways? Why must one be ashamed of their unconscious thoughts? Must you dread an ugly thought that never comes? But don't listen to my senseless words. Eventually, such worries always come to haunt you in your nightmares. In my what? Well, you are in a nightmare. How else do you explain all these strange things? In a what? 何? Oops, perhaps that was way too soon for you. Or maybe I did it on purpose, who can tell? 夢の中なの。 Regardless, seeing this very reaction never ceases to be funny. I guess this was, how was the saying? The straw that broke the camel's back. ね、それ。はあ。Do not worry. Things will go way smoother if you are aware of that. No need to be so dramatic, buddy. What? I can feel my brain split. Everything makes sense in the worst way possible. Oh, I was hoping we could talk a little longer, but this nightmare was bound to end sooner or later. How unfortunate, there's still a lot to talk about. Your body will soon wake up. I'm afraid I cannot give you a visit while you are awake yet, so you will have to meet me again in your next nightmare. See you soon in your next nightmare. Visit? Next? Don't worry. Our next meeting will be in a much better place. How does a little tea party sound to you? Tea? Oh, that sounds good. Tea. Yes, in a more peaceful environment, too. We can have a nice little brunch. この人何なの本当に。Now then, I'm afraid our time is about to be cut short. I can feel it. You will wake up in 3, 2... 起きた。全部夢だったのね。謎のうさぎ淑女。Was that a dream? I've never had dreams while being here, let alone nightmares. So then, what was that? In the end, I put everything aside and rise from bed. ちょっと待ってね。Well, I should get going on my routine. またこれやんのか。読むか。32 books should I read? この本を読むことでI wonder what books I should read today. これ昨日読んだよね。これでいいか。ベリースティー。何それ。物語じゃなさそうだな。I sit on the cold floor and lie my back on the pitch black wall. Open the book to the first page. There's a woman standing very still by the window. The cup of tea in her hands went cold a long time ago. The woman's eyes follow a kitty with a black and white fur as it chases a leaf brown in the window. An older cat shortly follows. The sky is painted in a beautiful hue of orange and purple that covers the slowly moving clouds like a blanket. Two children stop by the two cats to pet them, smiling with their slightly crooked teeth. Soft laughter accommodates the atmosphere surrounded by distant bird chirping. No cars, no music, no people, no one to laugh and shout and cry. The world grows tired at dusk. Soon, the children will leave the cat's pee and go home. Home! It's beautiful. Having a place to go at the end of the day. Where the family is. Where memories are. Where you laugh and shout and cry. The lazy sunset marks the end of the day. Cherished while waiting for the warm embrace of sweet, sweet dreams. Forming a split that lives present grows from the love shown by being there. Home is where you let the beauty of simply living paint a beautiful portrait that the universe will call you. The woman closed the curtains. なんだかポエムな話だったね。I get up and put the book back on the shelf. また植物に水やれってこと？ A small tree? I never figure out what the plant is supposed to be. Okay. 前と一緒だね。こいつに水をあげてこれを捨てればいいんでしょう。 同じ本読むと同じ話になっちゃうのかな。はい。これ終わりか、今日の。日記を書いてと。時計を見てと。毎回同じことしてんだ。何にも変わってないな。I have my head slightly left to right, then right to left, while maintaining eye contact with the image in the mirror. As I thought, the movements are delayed. I'll have to avoid looking at it for too long. Any other place, such an anomaly will send shivers down my spine. In here, such stuff became monotonous, like talking out the trash. But then, why am I so shaken up about a dream I had? Most of it became a blur instantly, melting into the rest of my cloudy memories, all except the moments before waking up strangely terrified. I remember it to a certain extent. There was this person, a terrifying presence among the rest of the monsters my mind came up with. A strange nightmare with a being I've made up. That's what it was, surely. Oh, the strange one. I can see how my brain made up that person. My fear of people I see as a superior is clear as day. Is it judgment that I fear? Later, very torment. And what about the rest of what I saw? Does it even matter? As much as I try to dismiss this line of thought, my mind turns back to that strange encounter. It was just a dream. That's what I keep telling myself recently, as if I tried to make myself believe it. It was just a dream. My eyes follow the edges of the clock going in circles. It was just a dream. Apparently, the person was connected into this clock somehow. What was their name again? Naikos. Doesn't matter, it was just a dream. 名前なんて言うんだっけ？ルーシーって言ったんだ。Just a dream. Ever since I've got here, I've never had any dreams up until now. At least not as far as I can remember. Why is it now that I'm getting dreams? Or rather, nightmares? I don't know anymore. Maybe it wasn't nightmare after all. But that's absurd. But is it really? 食べ物どうしてんだろうね。With all the things I've grown used to ever since I've got here, is it such a preposterous assumption? どうやってここに着いたんだ？ why do these things start popping out right now? Everything was so peaceful up until now. What a pain. I'm getting tired of this pointless string of thought. I'm done with looking at the clock for today. It was supposed to clear my mind, but it only gave me a headache. なるほどね。生活習慣を変えるときなんだな。Well, that's all I can do today. I'm getting tired already. I should go to bed now. 寝よう。これで I look at the bed for a moment. I lie down with agitation. The pillow feels a bit too hard. A constant noise fills my head. I look up at the pitch black ceiling that seems to never end. 黒い天井なんだね。壁とさ、天井黒いんだね。気がめいるな。窓もないし。時計に針もないし。I look up at the pitch black ceiling that seems to never end. Images of a rabbit-shaped nightmare run through my vision up until I close my eyes. There's nothing left to do for today. I guess I should go to sleep now. なるほどね。チャプター2に来たのかな。な俺学校God, some people have to no shame walking around like that. Like, I don't be caught wearing those shoes. With these stockings too. She was definitely looking for clothes in some shopping center's trash. A shopping center? あ、これイギリス英語だね。セントレって書くのはイギリス英語だ。No way selling that isn't illegal. At least it matches her face. だからお茶飲んでたのかな、貴族。ウサギの貴族。At least it matches her face. God, if I look like her, I would kill myself. It's a miracle she got a boyfriend. Who was he again? Randy Goody Tyson from the city center. Oh, I've totally heard of that guy. He's a total player. Right, I had slept with half the campus. Only someone like him would date someone like her. Sheesh, how long do you think they've about to last? Depends on how fast her panties will drop. Yeah, totally. Ain't that right, Lucy? Lucy? ルーシーってこの人だよね。あれ女の子だったの？ Who are you? アニメーションすごいね。何だったの？あら、また別の場所で目が覚めた。わった。ルーシー女の人だったんだね。どこかと思ってたけど。How did I get here? Did I fall asleep in the bathtub again? Ooh, now my clothes are all wet and soggy. And these are my only clothes. I have to dry myself somehow. あら、びしょびしょだよ。Slightly better. 誰の家？自宅？何ここ？This doesn't quite look like my flat. わけのわからん場所。Plant with blooming flowers. But why is it placed here? 謎の紋章が。行ってみようか。どこに？あら。アンボール。セーブできる。トゥルボックス。今奥まで行ってみようか。教会なのかな？ステンドグラスが入るってこと。入り口がないね。じゃあ下に行けばいいのか？ここは来たとこだよね。どこ行けばいいんだ？こっちか。いや、同じ世界だよ。同じ。ループしてんじゃないの？夢日記みたいだね。行ってみるか。あら。The gate is chained up, locked with a padlock. 南京錠ついてるって。じゃあ行き止まりかな？入れるとこあるよ。あら、人がいる。Oh, I've came from an appointment hours ago and the doctor is still not here. My manager will kill me for being late again. Oh, hello there. Didn't she walk in? Are you here for an appointment too? Appointment for what? Not sure actually. 医者でしょうか。I've been waiting so long. I'm starving. Hey, you're waiting in here too, are you? Are you busy with something right now? Listen, I didn't have time to grab something to eat on my way here. Could you be so kind as to give me something to eat? Perhaps this is a bold request, but I'll pay you back, I swear. I don't know how long I'll go like this. 食べ物持ってこいって。開かないね。Due to urgent circumstances, I've left the office momentarily. If you have an appointment, please wait for my arrival. 食い物なんかどっかにあったかな。適当にうろついてみるしかないか。お、なんかでかい建物。教会かな？あら。出た、うさぎちゃん。ナイコ。My. Look who showed up to the tea party. So, what do you think about the scenery? Surely, it's much better than empty hallways, right? It's, very gothic. Just how I like it. まあ、服から想像するにゴシック好きなんだろうね。ゴスロリみたいな格好してるもんね。Just how I like it, I have my standards very high in regards to decoration. Usually I'd refrain from modifying the scenery, but I simply cannot take the environments you might lead to. We haven't even reached the essential, so I've allowed myself to indulge with this nightmare. Nightmare? Never mind that. Now, let's have a lovely tea party, shall we? Oh, okay. I guess I should just join them at the table. なんか食べ物もらえるかもしれないしね。セーブポイントが絶妙な頻度であるのが嬉しいね。Say, what exactly do you think you accomplished by writing it? あ、話しかけてきた。Oh, I don't know. I see. 見られた。セーブするとこ見られちゃった。食い物。Teapot looks very plain.A bookshelf. あ ?No. あ消えたんだけど。お茶を飲みましょうか。あ、ティミー。いや。誰かいるのこれ。なんかいるらしいな。小さい何かが。どうしたらいいのこれ。right. Before you sit down, there's something that must be done. Look at this cup, small and hollow. They wave the cup in their hand. I don't get it. How shall we have a tea party without tea? Someone must fill our cups. Okay. I guess that makes sense, but who should do it? Oh, I get it. You mean me?This might be more difficult than I thought. Yes. Would you also kindly order some tea? I guess. Lovely. Grab the teapot and give me a fill. Chop chop. なんだよもう。向こうの方が身分が上だからこっちが取んないといけない。階層社会のイギリスは。Obtain the teapot. だからインドもカースト制度とかあるでしょ。あれはヒンズー教だから関係ないか。My, oh my, how sweet of you. Will you look at this, Timmy? ティミーうるさいよ。ティミーちょっと口を開かないでくれ。The two of them share a strange giggle. I'm still not sure what the deal with these two. Well then, pour me some tea.Would you? 自分で入れろって。震えてる。Are you hands shaking? こんなさ、スムーズにアニメーションできるもんなんだね。RPG メーカーで。こういうね。何か特別な技術が使われてるんだと思うけど。JavaScript で。I always get shaky hands when I have to pour something.I think about how I could spill it out any moment, which makes me spill it. The judgmental glance Naikos gives me doesn't help either. I try my best to keep my hand steady. うわだってミニゲームが始まった。Press the key. OK。あ。難しい。待って。ああ、難しい。まだ続くのか、この地獄は。無理。You managed to fill half of the cup. I guess that's pretty good coming from you. よかった、許された。Well, you did a good enough job. Now you can pour some tea for yourself. びっくりした。これ持ってっていいの？Where do you think you're going? The tea party just started. Come back here. Should I pour some tea for myself? いやー、これミニゲームないんだ。I just now noticed how light the pot feels. I tried to pour some tea, but nothing comes out. じゃなくなっちゃった。 Oh dear, I haven't made enough tea. My apologies. ふふふ。いじめだ。How unfortunate. Were you craving some tea? No, no, really. I was, but this really spoiled my thirst. Oh well, how about you just put the pot back in its place and sit down? お茶結局ないのか。割ればいいの。Cup here just now. Should I sit down now? カップすらなくなっちゃった。Sitting comfortably? Well then, let's begin. お茶会って何すんの？お茶飲みながら話すだけ。セーブしとけばよかった。何隣で浮いてんの？肉のついた何か。なんだあれ？干し肉か。Isn't this nice? Enjoying a cup of tea in this nice, peaceful place. Sitting at this table feels awkward. And where is that classical music coming from? Fitting, isn't it? Humans tend to enjoy some waltz melody with a cup of tea. I glance at Timmy. He's trying to fit all of his fingers in the cup. Don't mind him. He can actually drink the tea. He just likes to pass in it. 目玉の親父くん。Uh-huh. So, you wanted to, talk? I did, but one moment. 貴族だ。But there's no rush this time. We have all your time left to do anything. Oh, okay. Hey, since we have so much time in our hands, let's get to know each other a bit, shall we? You are still so unfamiliar with this place. Ask questions, get curious. It's always nice to get some info dump. Besides, there's some stuff I want to learn about you too. They seem eager to share some information about this place. Ooh, this kinda tell-don't show is the worst. Although they are right. After months, I still have no idea what this place is. I might as well get some information out of this. Sure, I guess. Wonderful. You can start. Ask me anything. 急に質問大会が始まった。これは知りたかったの。such words have been spoken one too many times. Must this be the $1,000,000 question? It's a bothersome process, really. You came here under the guide of the handless clock. なんだって。針のない時計？やばい。ここから勝手に進んでんだよな、これ。あと、今回進んでなかった。Indeed, the way to get here is automated almost. People come and go, one after another. I've stopped keeping track after the 4169th. こんな大勢がここに来ては通り過ぎていったのか。That's, but how? Good question. I have no clue. What? My apologies. The exact process is alien to me. Or perhaps it isn't the how you're wondering about. You see, I do not know the process, but I do know why you are here. Huh? You do? Yes, and by your own 1 month long slumber in my room, I can tell you've already forgotten. 熱くないの？ You are hiding from someone. What? 誰かが逃げてきたの。From who? I don't know either. That's everything I'm aware of for that matter. Perhaps that's why you ended up so comfortable here. Even subconsciously, you are much more comfortable here because of this dreadful person. I don't know. My mind fogs as I try to remember anything before all of this. Who could have been such a danger to me that I've ended up isolating myself. Well, anything else you'd like to know? あ、全部聞けるのか。Where am I? Well, right now you are in a high. Well, actually, no, we are not doing that again. Nightmare か。They hesitate for a moment, seemingly looking for the night words. You are in my room. Your room? Not quite. You are thinking of a room. A cupoid chamber. なんて書いてある？ That is not the room I'm talking about. You see, a room refers to the entire area of the bodies that insert into a finite space at any given point in time. I see. Yes, and the owner of the room is aware and can manipulate almost all of its contents. And surprise, surprise, that's me. You being in my room alongside your consciousness is what makes me capable of summoning and manipulating your nightmares. I don't quite follow, but I won't ask them to elaborate. I should say something to sound like I understood. So, am I occupying your room? Sorry. Never mind. Well, anything else you'd like to know? 上から行ってきましょうか。Ooh, that's a good one. I suppose this human disguise is quite transparent. Tell me, are you familiar with the term Equilitrator? No, yes, actually. 何そのこと知らないんだけど。Right, we were told about them in school. It became quite apparent when a few years ago on Christmas, a strange muscular creature was found breaking into people's homes and putting gift boxes under their Christmas tree. After being captured and experimented on, news broke about the discovery of a new species that were later named Equalitars. Sorry. I remember being woken up by this story while I was almost falling asleep in class. Yes, our discovery was to be expected. It only took humans 6 million years since they were too busy looking in the sky for aliens. なるほどね。So, you are the... Yes, yes, indeed. But I'm afraid your perception of us has been stained. I've read a fair share of a human literature. I've been the stories your kind made about us, seeing us as a bloodthirsty killing machines when we've done nothing to you. How cruel! How cruel! The human heart is cold and made of stone. I'm sorry? Nah, I don't care, actually. Maybe we are bloodthirsty killing machines anyway. Is that a risk you're willing to take? Don't worry. On one hand, am incapable of harming those under the watch of the handless clock. Actually, I could sit here and explain all about us, but no one wants to read a book with 100 pages of exposition. They keep making allusions to books. It's nice, but also strange. One moment, please. I have something for you. あら、全部質問し終えてないんだけど、全部は聞けないのか。They get up, heading towards the bookshelf behind him. Wearing less tense, I allow myself to glance at my surroundings. A cathedral, bathed in Gothic architecture, I assume. The ceiling is so high up, a black fog covers it. Do you read? Huh? I said, do you like reading? Yeah. Yes, I can tell. Not many people manage to keep themselves entertained with nothing but books. I watch them lay their fingers on each and every book, gauging over the titles, I suppose. I enjoy reading, too, but I believe our reasonings differ. You read to be enthralled, I read to be informed, entertained ってことか。It's fascinating, the knowledge one can acquire about a species by studying their literature over the years. And having to deal with humans for my whole existence hasn't left me a choice either. They end up grabbing the book with the only unique cover and thickness. Who could have guessed? I have something for you to read for knowledge too. I believe this is a better alternative for you to learn more about my kind. なんだろう。They return to their seat, laying the book on the table. This book is the result of a youngling having to record a species anatomy. Okay. I've heard they end up taken to the moon. Although I've taken part in its creation too. My experience has proven to be quite useful. It's not quite completed yet, but for the time being, it will do. 親切だね。解体新書か、これが。Rather than listening to me ramble about my kind for hours, how about you read about us instead? Whoa! Before me lies a medium, thickness book with a neat, grayish blue cover made out of what feels like a leather 豪華な本だ。The symbols on the cover shine like gold. It looks nothing like what I've seen before. I feel my cheeks turning red. Very few people got to even glance at this book, so you better feel privileged. I was never into Naikos なんて書いてあるこれ。But having one in front of me offering their knowledge so openly, no way I can refuse it. Thank you. 主人公もゴシックが好きなのかな。I will. I grabbed a book from the table. こんなに綺麗な本だとさ、汚しちゃわないか心配になっちゃうね。表紙に油つけたり。It's quite right. Must have somewhere around 100 pages. Might as well take a look at its contents. I opened the book to a random page and... わー。壊しちゃった。Oh dear. I thought it was over. The pages float in the air and head to random directions. Some stuck and right next to me. Naikos stares in the distance, looking more disappointed than upset. I'm sorry. No, it was to be expected. Our contact is still quite fresh, so these places are not exactly stable yet. Say, if you happen to find some pages lying around, could you pick them up? This was the only copy. Sure. They let out one big sigh and shift right back to their confident self. Regardless, the contents of the book are not relevant to our situation. Let us move forward. Well, anything else you would like to know? これね。意味って何なの？ Indeed, Timmy, who are you? How sweet. You see, Timmy is my adorable assistant slash fragment slash friend slash pet. He's a part of me, really. Oh, that's sweet. No, really. He's a part of me. He came into existence when I ripped a piece of myself. どこの部品なの？Having to deal with the bothersome humans all by myself became doubting over the years. After asking his permission, I was able to make a new being by myself. Besides, really there's been something that I couldn't deal with any longer. I guess. Well, anything else you'd like to know? What is the headless clock? これね、確信だよね、これが。That's always a question, isn't it? What then what? I'd wonder, is there any way I can give you a comprehensive insight? Maybe, you can. Nope. I'm afraid I cannot say it in an understandable manner to you. Let's not bother with such trivial things, shall we? Okay. Feels like they've dismissed the subject rather quickly. Perhaps they are reluctant in revealing that to me. Well, anything else you'd like to know? この針のない時計が何か鍵を握ってるんだな。That's all, I suppose. That's great, cause it's my turn now. こっちからも質問が来るのか。I'm the one asking the questions now. Oh, okay. She glances away sheepishly. She's uncomfortable. Now that she's the one on the other side of the table. Now tell me. 今度はこっちの人に質問するのか。About him. 上から行くか。Huh? Oh, I'm Lucy Ellen Greenwood, born on the 17th of May, 1995. Yes, I am familiar with the basics myself. Then 168 meters tall and 46 kilos in weight. Likes reading in quiet places and hates loud things. すごい、168センチで46キロ。随分スリムだね。Oh, yeah. You have head trauma in this shattering. Alongside other problems, and your biggest fear is dying a slow, painful death. See, the basics. But I'm not interested in learning more about you. I want to know more about yourself. Wow. I will forever ask those androids watch this riddle. It's nonsense really, but I desire to testify something. If you were to strip away your personality, memories and experiences, what would you be like? I am... 難しい質問。I would be me. Curious. Are all humans genetically programmed to answer the same? I have yet to get the different one. Now tell me. そっか、もう4000人近くもさ、ここで見守ってきたからね。人間にみんな同じ質問してたのかな。About the outside. Or more exactly, what do you remember before ending up here? 記憶がないんじゃないの？ I was home and what exactly is your home? Could you describe it? Oh well, it's flat and it was. Can you even describe your home? Curious. She barely let out a word, but I have heard everything I needed. Hold on. Now tell me about your memories. Describe a person from your life. Sure. Well, mother was. She was. 煮え切らない。Could you describe anyone else? No. Why? Yes, being here has some effects on you. And that's even without the brain-rotting routine you've done for a month. Now tell me about him. なんだろう。Huh? Yes, a male individual I have found quite peculiar. I have reasons to believe he's linked to you in some way. A guy? With me? I'm afraid I can't link him to a name, though my description might be way too broad. No, I could never. Mother would... どういうこと？ Unfortunate. I had high hopes in finding more about... Never mind that. Now tell me. Actually, that's all I needed to know. How many pages was that? 10, maybe 26. It was nice, really. I hope this slightly out of a character exposition part has proven to be helpful. With that out of the way, let's get to the real conversation, shall we? どういうことなんだろうね。彼って誰のことなんだろう。So, what did you wanted to talk about? Alright, child of the dust. この呼び方がすごいね。塵の子供って。Listen to me. This place is not meant to be inhabited by those of your liking. Even so, it seems that you have gotten way too comfortable here in my room. You might not realize, but your stay here is rotting your being. The fact that you've lasted so long is a miracle. Worry not, as the caretaker of the handless clock, I'll be the one to get out of here. Leave? Now that I think about it, I've never even considered getting out of here. The mere thought of leaving gives me an unexplainable itch. It feels uncomfortable. Naikos' expression lifts even more, glancing at me, amused. They lean forward just a little, but it's enough to feel them towering over me. Hesitant? Do not be. Being here will only lot more bits of you. Or perhaps this is what you desire? A pitch black coffin for you to lie in. It's peaceful, it's comfortable, it's easy. What more could you ask for? Go on, dedicate yourself to the lot. I couldn't be less interested in your fate. ドライだね。I feel incredibly ashamed. How do they always manage to make me feel even smaller? An awkward silence falls upon us. アウクワードのこの綴りも違うんだね。アクワードになってるね。They let out a loud sigh. But while in our peaceful tea party with such ugly words, believe me, I do not wish to make our meetings unbearable. Speaking with those like you just happens to be incredibly doubting. My purpose requires me to help you, so let us do our best, alright? I suppose. 元気がないね、しかし、主人公も。Good, that was marvelously easy. Now, let us finally reach the subject. あ、なんか落ちる。After one last sip of tea, Naiko leans back on their chair. I feel uneasy. What have I got myself into? 本題に入った。Alright, listen well. For you must understand what I am about to tell you. The reason you cannot leave is because there is no way out. Quite a peculiar circumstance to be in, isn't it? I guess. Thinking about it, it does seem strange being a room with no door in the first place. I don't think I've never thought about it before. It's obvious, really. You lack the will to get out, and the room knows that. なるほど。この人の意思を反映するのか。Whatever dread the outside provoked within you, buried your will in the back of your mind. It lies there, being buried deeper with each passing day. The plan is simple. We just have to get the will back. Get the what? I didn't even expect you to understand. Do not fear. This is when the fun part begins. From now on, I'll summon you in a nightmare every time you fall asleep and will traverse your subconscious in hopes of finding the will. なるほど、そういうシステムか。Uh-huh. You probably broke into pieces already, so we'll have to find all of them. For your own comprehension, it's turn the pieces of flowers into flowers so you can spot them. Once we have all the pieces, the door will appear. You will get out, and I'll enjoy these sweet 3 minutes of silence before another human comes by. だから助けてくれんだ。なるほどね。このゲームの趣旨は、なんかそういう生きる意志みたいなのを再確認する。で、それを見つけると、お花の形してて、それを集めて、出口を作り出すと。そういうことなんだって。You could say that it's a piece of cake, am I right? Yeah, I guess. Now the previous nightmare was a mess, really. I doubt you saw any flowers there. But this one has been placed in your subconsciousness somewhere among the places we'll search. I believe there might be at least one piece here. Oh, okay. However, these places are not limited to only one. Be sure to look for any additional ones. Right. You might not get it, or even refuse to, but I take solace in the fact that you'll do it regardless. They turn sporadically excited about what's to come. I already forgot what we are talking about. Oh, there's something else I have for you. Let's make the process more efficient. あ、くれんの。They touch the side of their dress, looking for something. I humor myself at the thought of their next gift. The more I think about it, the more this whole thing seems like a fantasy book. I find that quite comforting. There, found it. What kind of silly thing will help me in this journey? magic glasses, a special flower, another book. I don't see what kind of drug. Pills. They put pills on the table. 睡眠薬ってこと White capsules in an orange tinted plastic bottle. The sight of them makes me ill. I kindly ask you to take 2 of these every day. They stimulate the frontal lobe, which will make a traversing nightmares more stable. 安定して悪夢を見るための薬か。No, I don't want to take them away. I don't want to even see them take them away. This might be a very questionable request, but the other option is injection to the brain. And apparently humans do not like needles or having their brain penetrated. This can't be. Why? No. No, 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 no. Yes, quite the unfortunate irony this is. I advise you to read the label if you have any doubts. Well, I'll have them put on the table in the room. I'm unable to reach you from there, so I'll have to trust that you take them. But under no circumstances should you take more than the recommended dose, understood? They take the bottle, hiding it from my sight. I let out a big gasp. I wasn't breathing for a few seconds. なるほどね。Well, that's all I wanted to talk with you about. So, how was this lovely tea party? I must confess, I'm not all that fond of tea. そうなの。The disappointment on your face was all I needed. Must I admit? 意地悪だな。Well, our meeting is over. You may go now. But first, take this. They throw a small object at me. 何 To my complete surprise, I catch it in my hand. It hurt my hand a bit. What is it? Obtained a padlock key. 南京町の鍵か。I find this lying around. It has no use for me. Maybe you could use it. So then, I'll let you go now. Look for any flowers, as I've told you. They wave and turn their attention to Timmy, who's still bathing his cup. What could I do with this key? なるほどね。とりあえずここで終わりにしようか。紙。な、これ。Unlock the new Ecripedia chapter. 何それ。Page is dissolved into thin air. ダメか。お花を見つけりゃいいとは言われてもね。今日終わり。この話面白い。話面白いと思う。終わりまーす。